Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are here with another video, and what we're going to talk about today is Real Housewives of Potomac Season 5 Episode 17. Before we start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also don't forget to turn that notification bell on so you can get notified every time I make a new video. So the episode starts like where we left off last week, and Ashley is explaining to Robin and Giselle basically her character witness thing. And honestly, I really just don't know why Ashley felt the need to tell them like they don't like Monique, and all they can do is see that Monique is being vindictive and vengeful just by asking Ashley for help. Ashley is just basically like, well, if Candace doesn't see my real intentions of just wanting to look out for my friend, because everybody knows that Monique has more to lose, so it's just like, of course, I'm going to look out for my friend and make sure that my friend is straight at the end of the day by any means that I can. So I just don't see how they didn't see that that's where Ashley was coming from. And it had nothing to do with revenge or nothing like that. So they go to the hot springs and they're all taking pictures. Like, none of them are actually getting into the water or nothing. And they're just like acting like models or whatever. This was honestly the best time for Robin to have worn the embellished hats. And also this would have been the perfect time for Robin to pull Karen to the side and let her know that she wasn't going to be on the website. Anyways, Candace lets the ladies listen to her remix of her song I See You, and yeah, it was alright.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Robin was looking super thirsty, like she wanted to be Candace's friend real bad. Giselle talking about, that's the best version I done heard. And honestly, it's just like, okay, sure. And then, y'all, apparently the song came out when they got married.
So this song came out like 2 or 3 years ago. Why?
Why are we just now hearing about it now? Like, it's been, 3 years since the song, he made the song or whatever, and now she has like a whole record deal, but the first time we see her in the studio, she gets signed. Like, I just don't understand Candace's whole storyline. I get like Candace's thing is music or whatever, but it's just like, I'm just not buying it. Like, it seems forced on us, and it seems like, oh, she's doing all these things behind the scenes, but it just doesn't seem real, because if you're actively doing music, then you will be showing us your journey doing music. I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. Literally, the song sucks. Candace isn't that much of a singer. Then she just starts performing the song or whatever, and it just looks stupid. And you got all the ladies besides Karen that was just boosting her and, oh, Candace, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't all that. And then when Ashley gets up to go to the bathroom, Giselle was really quick to bring up the night before, and this lady clearly has nothing going on in her life, because it's just like, damn sis, you want to keep up all the mess and the BS for why? Like, can we keep up some mess that's going on in Jamal and Giselle's life? She asking about her relationship with Karen, and I don't get why Candace feels like Karen has to choose a side, because if she openly condemned both of y'all for the fight in front of everybody, as well as supported, why do you just want all of her support? What my thing is, if Karen did shun Monique and turn her back on her, the ladies would have ate Karen up for that, saying that she would have been too quick to drop Monique as a friend. So I'm confused at what did y'all really want for Karen, because I don't want her to associate with Monique, but then I'm knowing that y'all would have been like,
Oh, Karen, you're not a friend because you over here talking to Monique as soon as something bad happens. Make it make sense.
and then for Candace to say that Karen was the closest to her after the fight, I'm looking like, where has Dr. Wendy been this whole time? Because every time we have a discussion about Candace and Monique, here is Dr. Wendy inserting her 2 cents. So I'm just like, you and Dr. Wendy weren't close this whole time? So is this relationship as fake as we think it is? Because let us know so we can decipher that as we get through it. So they're going back to the hotel or whatever, and they get ready for dinner. Karen has on this cute Chanel dress and these black leather boots. Wendy had on Robin's dress from the reunion, except it had a little slit all the way up to the coochie, like Wendy's dress for the reunion. Robin's dress was actually cute, and so was Candace's. So they started talking about how all the men feel about them being away. None of the men like to talk on the phone, apparently. Everybody but Giselle. Giselle was quiet during this moment because that's all her and Jamal do. Candace is over here like, her and Chris ain't doing it enough, and Chris said that she could be, putting in a little bit more effort and work in the bedroom. And then she said that she had never sent nudes to Chris, like all the other ladies. Was like,
Why are you not sending nudes?
I guess this prompted Candace to be like, okay, well then let me go on and send him some pictures. And this girl sends him some pictures of her boobs because she is like, he loves her Hershey Kisses nipples. Candace is classist, and we eat the rich over here, so I don't care about her. I could say a lot about that and how it's like rooted in racism, misogynoir, colorism, and a whole lot more. But I won't because I don't want to waste a video on Candace. The next day, they go on these sidecars for a tour of the city, and I thought the idea was really cool, but I was a little scared because I'm like, I don't want to ride on the back of a motorcycle. Like, I would be squeezing Buddy for dear life. I would have to be in the sidecar. Miss Karen Huger, she killed every single look each and every day when it came to the fashion, okay? Giselle looked stupid in that gold skirt and the Madeira hat, like somebody's daddy. I didn't like Candace's jacket. I love fur, but I just don't like the color scheme of it. It reminded me of like a bootleg Christmas. And I liked Robin's leather jacket, and I liked Wendy's little fit. It was both like really casual and something that looked like they were going to take a tour of the city. So the ladies ride the cars to this puncha Portuguese punch bar, and they learn how to make it, and they all sit down. And this is when Robin decides to announce that the site is live and the pictures are up there. And she was saying that the ladies were looking like, some of the ladies were looking like Naomi Campbell, and how pics came out beautiful. And then Dr. Wendy asks, where's Karen's picture? And she's like, well, Karen's ain't come out right. Just like they said Ashley should have took Candace to the side and told her about the character witness thing, Robin should have definitely done the same thing. Robin shows us time and time and time and time and time and time and time again how idiotic and unprofessional she is. This is just like the Lake House episode when Candace had took Giselle to the side to talk about Ashley and Michael, and then was smiling all in her face like she ain't have all this info and she just couldn't wait to tell everybody about it. Giselle and Robin have like such a double standard of how they go about people, and they have such a double standard for the people like on the outside of their little circle or whatever, and it's just really annoying. Like, but you can obviously see like my sis Karen, she ain't care. She looked like, okay, it's cool, whatever. Don't nobody care about no embezzle hats. Thank you. Next, they get back to the hotel for lunch, and Robin, Candace, and Wendy all had like a whole outfit change. Ashley asked Giselle about Jamal, and sis couldn't even like get her lie together. Like, you know how they be like, you can't even lie straight? Giselle was like stumbling and fumbling and mumbling over all of the words just because she couldn't get her lie right. And it was just like, come on sis, we know you and Jamal relationship ain't all that, and just tell the truth. And ain't nobody really cares that much about you, Giselle. So just go ahead and be upfront, and maybe we actually will. So Candace, Wendy, and Robin all come out in their like new outfits or whatever, and I was just confused. Like, Candace and Robin had on whole bathing suits. Wendy had took Robin's jacket and put it on over a pink maxi dress that she got from Rainbow. And I was just like, if this is Wendy, then I'm not impressed. Bring back Wendy because she's lame. Karen tells the ladies about her new wig line and how she's going to have a wig shift party. And neither Giselle nor Robin could like sit there and congratulate her. Giselle was talking about how Karen has a new business every other week. And I'm like, are you mad because she's able to have one business be so successful that she can open multiple? Or is it because every hue isn't doing so well, so she's pressed because her one business couldn't do as good as Karen's perfume and now her wig line? Jealousy is a disease, Giselle, and you need to get yourself checked. And then you got Robin, who is over here asking, is Monique coming? Robin, why are you so bothered by Monique? What has Monique done to you besides have more money? or husband. Now, I will say, Karen did say that Monique was not coming. So I can understand the ladies' like a little frustration about that. But then again, it's just like she doesn't owe you guys anything, really. Who cares if Monique comes or not? Candace is the only one that should have legitimate beef with Monique. And honestly, Monique is not finna fight this girl again, knowing that there's a whole open case out now. Like, this is legal. We're in court. Why would I fight this girl again, knowing that I probably will go to jail if I do that? Y'all stupid. Giselle honestly was just hating because her business had got liquidated. And you can tell because she has to wear every hue foundation, obviously, because that foundation that she's wearing in her confessionals does not match her skin, okay? So they are getting ready for the dominatrix party, and I'm trying to figure out what was Giselle's actual role in planning this trip besides giving her 2 cents without giving 2 cents. She suggested the party to Ashley, but it was Ashley who had to plan the whole thing. It was Ashley who had to tell her what room it was in. Like, Giselle didn't even know what room the party was in. Ashley even had to make all of the games, y'all. The only thing Giselle knew about was the black penises, and that's all she talked about the whole night was the black penises. Child, we know that she knows all about the black penises, especially other people, black penises. The only one who was actually dressed correctly for this party was Candace. She clearly won the costume contest. Giselle looked like what's that thing called at the circus? The ringleader, the maestro, whatever. That's what she looked like. She looked like a slutty ringleader with that tight ass bodice on. Ashley looked like she was going to a sexy yoga class or something. Robin looked like a biker's girlfriend who had got dropped off and she had to get a jacket back. And Wendy looked like she wanted to be called Dr. Wendy all night. Karen had on a whole meat, so she was very classy at the party, but it was just like, sis, what are you wearing? Then Robin tries to throw a dig at Karen and says that she looks like Cruella DeVille, and Karen easily reads Robin like a nursery rhyme yet again and doesn't miss a beat and says, well, you look like a hoe in the street corner. And they're like, well, isn't that the point? But no, it's not. It's a dominatrix party, not a prostitute party. Then they start playing the games and they're asking questions or whatever. And one of the questions is like, when was the last time they gave a blowjob? So all of the ladies are like, oh, before I left. And then Karen was like 2.5 years ago. They looking at her like, Giselle over here saying, if you ain't sucking his dick, then somebody is. So I'm wondering, was that the reason why Jamal had left Giselle when he had several children by at least 7 women? Because obviously sucking dick isn't what's going to keep a man around. Because look at Robin. Her husband cheated on her. Look at Ashley. Her husband cheated on her. Obviously sucking dick is not going to keep no man. He going to cheat on you if he want to cheat on you. Duh. And then Candace had just said that her and Chris wasn't even doing it before they came. So I'm like... So another question was like, how much do you masturbate? And Giselle is the only one that's like every now and again, and the other ladies are just like, girl, not enough. And so I'm guessing that's the consequences of having a FaceTime relationship. And Karen tells the ladies that she has a pillow fetish, like a vibrating pillow. I ain't never heard of that before, but if Karen and Ray been married over 20 years, then obviously it works for them. So then they're like, let's do a role-playing game, and you had Candace crawling on the floor, Karen whipping Giselle, Candace giving Robin a lap dance. It was just weird. It was weird. So they start trying to share like sex stories or whatever, and Candace is like, I bet Ashley has the best one. And honestly, they ask Ashley about her sex stories and then commence to judge the hell out of her. I don't know why Ashley let them set her up like that. Then Robin sets the tone real fast and says that this is the first time that they're all together without any tension. And I'm like, okay, here comes the shade. We all know you don't like Monique, Robin. You don't have to keep bringing it up. Please stop. You're looking thirsty now. And so Ashley is like, well, since you say that, Monique is asking me to write a character witness for her. And this is when like all hell breaks loose. Candace just immediately goes off and just like, well, why are you worried about what would happen to Monique? duh, Candace, that's her friend. You got Dr. Wendy, who was like instantly pissed off, and I was confused. Wendy was like, so basically, you're trying to assassinate her character, saying that Ashley was just trying to get them to weaken the case so they can drop the charges, saying that Candace does things that make people want to get physical with her. And I'm like, duh, Wendy, that's literally the whole point, to weaken the case so the case can get dropped, so Monique won't go to jail. You're supposed to be a doctor, but you acting real stupid right now. This is why you ain't came out and said what you a doctor in, because we all know that it's probably in some bullshit. That's why you was quick to turn on Karen, talking about Ray's degree ain't mean nothing. And clearly your degree don't mean nothing because you won't even speak on it. You just say that you got 4 of them. 4 of what? You 4 degrees in what? Because I got a degree in communication, and I ain't afraid to say that. And they just trying to say, like, Ashley ain't doing nothing but trying to get back at Candace and just trying to get revenge. Like, Ashley ain't even say that. If Ashley wanted to get revenge on Candace, she would have sued her last year. Michael don't look like the type of person to let his wife get a knife thrown at him and then not do nothing about it. Like, y'all so passionate about Ashley being a witness, yet none of y'all had went up and helped Candace because y'all was literally there. Y'all saying that Ashley wasn't there in order to speak on the situation, but y'all was there and nobody had reached out to Candace to try to speak on her situation. So I don't understand why y'all so passionate when y'all never tried to offer any help to Candace herself. So... And Wendy over here calling Ashley a snake. But Wendy, you not helping Candace at all. All you doing is running your mouth and inserting yourself in a business that you have no part in. All Wendy is doing is trying to bully anybody that threatens Candace without actually sticking up for Candace when it really matters. But Wendy, you could have been a character witness for Candace, but yet you just want to sit here and run your mouth and talk crap to people that Candace don't like. Girl, make your own beef. Have genuine organic beef with somebody that you genuinely don't like, not because somebody told you not to like them. Wendy has literally been trying to create beef with everybody Candace has an issue with all season. And all of them really just mad that Monique not trying to go outside like that. That's all it is. So Candace is like hysterical at this point. And she is over here like, she's playing you like a dog. Then Ashley just gets up and she's just over it. She's over it. She don't really care because she knows that she finna stick up for her friend regardless. She leaves. Okay, they still going at it. And Karen is like, okay, what we not finna do is this. And Candace is like, she is a grown woman. Stop making excuses for her. But yet, Candace, everybody makes excuses for your grown ass. So can we start calling you a little girl again? Because all anybody does is make excuses for you. There's like a whole double standard there. And then you had Giselle sitting up on the couch in that 2 little bodies like she couldn't breathe, trying to co-sign her. I'm like, please, Giselle, shut up, because you're jealous of Monique. Robin is jealous of Monique. So even if y'all did try to help Candace for her case, it probably would have been thrown out anyways because there's actual footage of the fight. Come on. We seen Giselle's light-skinned hand, that black cable knit sweater that she had on, touch Monique's shoulder and push her back. At the same time, Candace had grabbed her vest and pulled it forward. If I was Monique, I would have hit on Candace too, especially after she threw that glass at me. Girl, I'm finna go in on you. Like, come on. Common sense ain't too common among this group, obviously. So Karen is like, honestly, Candace, please stop trying to play the victim. You're not as innocent as you say you are. Karen says that she knows something about the fight and what's really tea. And the messy producer is quick to show that police report, how she pushed Monique and she threw that glass of wine on her, talking about she released it. Candace is saying all these big words, trying to sound intelligent, but we don't know what degree she got either. And it's just like, girl, please stop. You're just getting on my nerves at this point. Saying that she's on anxiety medication. This girl is like legit hysterically crying right now at this point. Saying that she wakes up every day worried about what Monique's gonna say. Girl, this is how we know that you is full of shit. Because if you were so scared and had anxiety, you would be worried about Monique coming to beat your. You would not be worried about what she's going to say on another interview. What? Like, if a girl beat me up, I'll be worried about her coming to beat me up again, not her telling everybody that she beat me up. We all seen that you got beat up. That's obvious. This is how we know that Candace was embarrassed and not traumatized. The anxiety medication obviously must be some Doja because she is clearly delirious. Candace was a great example of her gaslighting and using her manipulation tactics. And for them to have been so concerned about Candace as they say they was, Why nobody got up to like hug her or comfort her or nothing? Not even Wendy. Talking about Monique ain't reach out to her. Girl, y'all, Candace is suing her. Why would Monique reach out to her now that the lawyers have reached out to her? Baby, once the lawyers reach out, I'm not gonna call you and be like, hey girl, you okay? You might try to use that against me in the court of law. Like, why would she call you, dumbass girl? Then Candace was quick to call Chris after the situation, and his messy ass was real. He was real quick to speak on Monique and Chris and what they had said about Ashley after that reunion when Ashley was coming at her about the miscarriage. Y'all, that was like 3 years ago. That was Candace's first season. They're messy as like, I'm trying to figure out why Candace and Chris want to take down Ashley and Michael real bad. Is it because Chris wants to be the only bald white man on the show? I don't get it. Like, and I'm glad that Ashley called Michael, and Michael just doesn't like fall for their BS, because he just be like, they're losers, they are liars, and they just full of shit. Like, thank you, Michael, because they legit are. Anyways, I'm ready for next week because the baddest from Jersey is finally back on TV and back in this. Giselle tells her kids that Jamal is coming for the holidays and that he's staying for a week, and they look disgusted. Ashley's uncle is confronting Michael about the cheating, and Ashley tells Monique about the wig shift party, and Monique is like, oh girl, Karen has been trying to get me to come. Knowing Karen, she probably told Monique about the wig shift party before she even went on a trip. So, and honestly, I can understand why Karen didn't tell these ladies, because y'all know it would have been a whole issue and none of them would have probably even went. So it's just like, I can understand why Karen didn't say nothing. And then the party happens, and maybe we'll get to see the party, and they're all trying on the wigs or whatever. And then Monique shows up and the whole mood shifts. I'm trying to figure out why Wendy was so pissed, because she ain't even give Candace a hug at the Dawn party or after the fight. So I'm just like, Wendy is too pressed about Monique. This is why Wendy gets no respect from me, because she, no matter how many degrees she has, she will always look like a clout chasing hater. And it's just like, you look lame. You look like you're creating fake beef just so you can get your second season. And sis, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. The fans don't like you, and rightfully so. You and Candace really need to go. Robin would be better off as a friend of the show. And honestly, Giselle could really go too, because she doesn't have a husband. But we all see that they always need that one wife that will never get a man. Anyways, until next time, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment down below what you think of this video, what you think of the ladies, or what you think of the episode. Also, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to get alerts every time I post a new video, okay? In the meantime, you guys, I will see you next time, okay?